Hey peoples, Karina here, coming to you with this video. As you see, the title is below. I needed to make this video, and I'm going to be watching the time too, because I'm getting ready to leave out the door for work soon. However, this video needed to be made, and I'm like, okay, if I'm not supposed to make this video, then let me know. And it was like, nah, I had a quick get ready. Because this is something that, like, I woke up to these thoughts this morning. Like I said in a past video that I made not too long ago about the shit the Karmic was doing okay. Like I say, when I know her moves, I know her moves. It's like I know what, look, I know what she gonna try, when she gonna try it, okay? I know every fucking avenue and some new shit. It's like this. When you try to do a sympathy spell to make me feel sorry for her, like this playing the victim shit, like we have this, we have that together. It's like she was trying to say certain things what a practitioner wanted her to say as they one job. But you know what's crazy though? What I woke up to this morning, what I heard in her voice, because she's got the practitioner watching her, like, this woman is mentally unstable. But why'd you take the work though if you knew that was the case? To the point, what the Karmic was trying to say, now the practitioner has to put in extra work to say, like, we got kids, and the practitioner has a deeper voice than the Karmic. The Karmic has a hi baby voice, like black girl sounding white, like yeah, like that's how she talk. Other than us looking alike and shit, like I said, I keep watching the clock. Other than us looking alike and shit, she got a baby ass voice. And yeah, so she got the practitioner saying other shit. Boy, when you ask God for your hearing to kick up, boy, that shit kick up. Like, sometimes you hear fucking conversations you don't want to hear. But only when it's, like, detrimental necessary to know. Okay? So here's the thing. I woke up to some shit that, like, she's supposed to be putting energy into her work. She's supposed to be believing for her work, which is number one. Her shit ain't gonna work because you don't believe that you think this person is supposed to do every fucking thing and you're supposed to just go on about your business and don't try to keep your mind right. But a person that mind is not right, it's hard for them to do that. So the thing what I woke up to hear was, y'all had one job. And I'm like, who is she saying this to? It's like she was trying to deepen her voice, but she was angry. Like, when she gets angry, her voice goes a little dark. Okay. So it's like she was saying, y'all had one job and y'all couldn't even do that right. Y'all had one motherfucking job and y'all couldn't even do that right. I'm like, who is she talking to? And Spirit say this is how she feels towards her children. Because she looks at them as, okay, well, the whole point to me having y'all was to keep this man with me. Y'all gravitating to him and shit. Y'all ain't gravitating to me. First of all, that man prays for his kids and their mind. So quite naturally, if you've been doing spell work on your kids to make them side with you on certain bullshit, that's not working either. But she kept saying, y'all had one job. Y'all had one job. And y'all couldn't even do that. This man don't want to be with me. I had y'all for nothing. Like, saying some really fucked up shit. Some parents don't bring kids into this world because they want to be parents or because they even love the person that they was doing it with. Sometimes their only mission was to stick that person in a situation where they didn't want to be with them. And it's not the kid's fault. It's not. Some divine masculine is going to come back to y'all ass with their kids. And that's just cold hard facts. Kids was innocent in this shit. And if all they saw was their mama being an ass, watching this time, being an ass and doing dirty shit to the daddy, they gonna need a mother figure. Fuck the fact you had them or not. Bitch, how would you want somebody to treat you as a child? And I'm saying the word bitch lovingly. But, yeah, it's just her mental space. It's like, wait a minute, whatever you trying to, that little line, whatever you trying to connect to me to use for sympathy is a signal cross somewhere. So am I going to try to cut that shit? No. I want to hear your mother. I want to hear what the fuck your little mind is up to. Since you want to be doing it like that. No, how can I work that to my advantage? You vocalizing your disappointments and shit like that. What you tried or wanted to send through ain't come through. It's like I'm just picking up your disappointment. Because everything you tried ain't worked. You're at the end of your rope. And then the next thing that I know that she gonna try to do is, look, I can see that shit from now on up to whatever. Next trick, so she better not try. And if she try, well, I don't think that it could ever fucking work because they got a daddy that pray hard than a motherfucker. And actually can move some shit. But, you know, God is saying, look, I can do this much, but you got to do this. And that's where shit is with that. You know, you can have faith for God to get you out of certain situations, but you got to move your ass. You know what I'm saying? Or at least be attempting to move your ass. Okay, I got 15 minutes. But I'm not going to make this video that long. But the whole point of the matter is, it's a little gloomy outside too. Like the sun is out, but not really. It's like cloudy and shit. So that's why I ain't just beaming in. But anyway, the next trick is to put an unrest and an uncomfort on her own children to the point that they're not going to be at rest or comfortable until they pull the father back into fuck shit. So they want to put a little spirit of unrest, unsettled, just whatever on the kids. But like, no. I know you watching this. I know you watching this. And I know he watching this too. Protect the mind of your kids. Because this bitch is like out for blood, okay? Anything to get you, anything to keep you. When a person sees already that, I mean, and she's been feeling this way for a minute, but the shit's been amplifying more to the point that I could audibly fucking hear her disgust. Now, she might not vocalize that to the children, but on some level, children can tell when they're rejected by their parents. I've already told you that I've dealt with rejection with one of my parents, you know. So that would explain why I was never comfortable around my dad, because he's spoken shit over me ever since I was a baby, done certain shit over me since I was a baby, to the point when I got older, I was a little kid feeling hate toward this man, and I ain't never really find out until later on in life. And then once I found out what it was like, you know what? That's his problem, not mine, you know. And part of the reason this person got stuck where they got stuck is because, see, when you tell a person your deepest hurts sometimes that you hadn't got over, because you feel like you and this person is in the same boat and y'all gonna try to make shit work. It's not that they're asking you, tell me what hurts you so I don't do it. They're asking so they can find an entryway to intricately lock them to you for life. Some trauma bond type shit. So they might tell you something about them, and then you might be like, well, you know, I never knew my father, and my father wasn't there, and such and such and such and such and such, and let's just be real. Some parents actually lie to their children and say, well, me and your father were together in love, when they don't want to admit to you that they got pregnant with you in their thotting days. A lot of people want to romanticize this narrative that, oh, we were a happy family and then your father left. No, that's just to make the parent look good or whatever like that. Shit, my son was older and he say, man, because my son is grown now, he say, man, my dad is garbage. You see how he talked to me? You see how I was like, well, you grown and you make your own decision. He say, man, you couldn't pick nobody better than that. I'm like, I was young and dumb at the time. I apologize that had to be your daddy. Yeah, but my son was a grown-ass man saying this, not no little child. You know what I'm saying? So kids know to whatever extent, you know. I didn't even try to romanticize this shit. I told my son exactly what it was. I had problems at home. I met your daddy. I ran away from home at 16 because I was going through a lot. He moved me into your grandma's house, and since there was so many people living there, she didn't know if I was a visitor or if I lived there for like 2 fucking months. She thought I was a fucking visitor coming by every day to see her son. What she didn't even realize was I was like legit living in that bitch. And then when he told her, she laughed and was like, damn, I can't believe all this shit was happening. But if she was going through all that, she could stay or whatever. So yeah, I had some colorful ass past, you know what I'm saying? So my son know that. And then he know me and his daddy started having problems and shit. And he was like, well, you think maybe a baby will change it? It's like I had intent to want to have a kid anyway at one point. But then I saw shit was going bad. And I'm like, nah, baby ain't going to make this better. So he knows that his dad basically got me pregnant on purpose to keep me. And what happened? It took a little minute to get away, but he didn't keep me. You know what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say this. Plots and plans, you know, a lot of this shit is like secrets. It's about to be coming out. A lot of secrets about to be coming out. See, the thing is, when you open and honest with your kids, can't nobody use nothing from your past that hurts you to weave you together with somebody, like knitting a fucking blanket, like intricately knitting shit. That's all I can think about is somebody knitting something. But anyway, I want to go ahead and end this video in a couple minutes, but I want to say this because I'm looking at the time. Some of the divine masculines are having this thought in their head, oh, if I move and I take my kids with me, whatever, or see, that's the difference. See, your daddy, not all divine masculines, sometimes your parent might have been in a relationship with them, but only them and God know that. And they're not going to tell you, well, I biggity bounced that ass and I got pregnant with you. A lot of them ain't going to tell that. I told my son the motherfucking truth when he got older. You know what I'm saying? Because when a child is old enough to understand, you know, they'll understand. But the thing is, I'm not going to keep no secret. Now, the child may feel some type of way, but shit, they ask the questions, give the answers, you know, if they old enough to understand. A lot of divine masculines, well, quite a few, well, some of them are like slowly realizing that, hey, what my daddy did, my daddy was a hoe and he jumped around to different women and whatever. Some of them are starting to realize that whatever happened, you know, this person played on their emotions and was like, well, you know, you have to break that curse of the father leaving the home. You know, it's like they intricately worked with Satan, like very closely through your past hurt. You're an adult. You can still be a father without being in a home with a damn demonic ass woman, or vice versa. If you are a woman, and you know, that man can still see his kids without him being like with supervision, of course, because kids are getting mistreated or negative energy or hate is being sent their way because, like this bitch kept saying, you had one job, you were supposed to bring us closer, you can't even do that, like in that type of manner. It's like, sometimes when shit seems like it's taking too long to progress. There are some intricate details that are being worked out. So it's best you be patient. And don't just say, fuck this. Because the bitch done tried to make me sit and say, fuck this. I'm not going to say fuck this. Your motherfucking crochet blanket is getting cut apart, string by string, in the spiritual realm. So therefore, you ain't going to have, you're going to be hanging by that motherfucking string you tried to weave together to try to knit something that God did not put together. And anything that, you know, God legit puts together, like, you cannot break that shit. You can keep it away from where it's supposed to be for a limited time. You're on borrowed time, sweetie. You're on borrowed time. So my suggestion is pump the motherfucking brakes. It's better to take an L sometimes, heal, and then find somebody that really loves you, instead of doing, you know, going that fucking far out to try to trap somebody using their past hurts. Because some of y'all masculines need to ask your mom, how did you really come into this world? Were they married briefly and then separated? They found out they were pregnant, or were they really in their thoughting days? Tell the truth. Because truth be told, a lot of women have had whole phases. Some of them still having whole phases. Some people be like, oh, the Lord delivered me from. If you look, sometimes these women will be battling sex demons and will not say. It's like they'll get into a relationship and another relationship and another relationship, and it'll be going good. And then the man just leaves out of nowhere. Sometimes that can be an incubus put on the freaking woman, or it could be karma from you trying to run the lives of your children to the point that they cannot go into their destiny. So you're being punished by a series of failed relationships. It's not like water spirits it's not just water spirits that keep people from being married. Sometimes it's you trying to hold on to the life of everybody else, but at this time, some people is about to go through some hard ass reality checks to where they got to sit and say, God, I want the love, da 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 da. And you better be ready for God to show you the areas and that you need to correct before you can get that love. Because when you try to hold someone else back from their destiny, your destiny is put on hold. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. They want power over different people's minds, but what you really don't understand is that you are the reason you can't move forward because of your interference in your adult children's lives. And I'm not saying that in hate. I'm saying that in love for you finding love, hopefully one day. Some people cannot enjoy their own life and discover new things about themselves because they're so busy trying to disrupt the flow of someone else's life. I get that. You gave this person life from your vagina. I get that. I mean, you birthed this person from your vagina. I get that. Or yeah, you skeeted up in this person and they, you know, this child, this seed walking around your child or whatever. Like, yes, it came from you. But that does not mean you live your life vicariously through that child. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead, because it makes sense to a lot of people that I've talked to about it. Certain things in that aspect, but not the beginning of this video, because this is some new shit that happened like early this morning. So anywho, I'll be back at a later time with some more videos, but I needed to pop this one out there this morning early before I headed off to work. Talk to y'all later. Bye.